Bam! How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's review, I actually get to do a device review. I was able to finally get one of these devices. I've been hearing about, seeing, talked to a few other people that have used one, and they said they liked it a lot. So it was the next step for me to go and try to get one myself and see what I thought about it. Again, you know, reviews on devices, they pop up really fast as soon as the devices come out. A lot of the bigger reviewers do get them sent to them for the purpose of a review. But for those of us who do have to purchase them ourselves, it does take us a little bit of time, so we tend to be a little bit pickier about the ones that we do get and do reviews for. But it is on the iJoy Captain. And this is the PD270, and basically that's just the version that takes the 2700 batteries, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to try this one, because I've been hearing a lot about the batteries, things like that. They did make another version that is an 18650 only, whereas this one will run both. So I don't know if they're going to plan on making a third version, you know, that takes bigger size batteries, since there are bigger size batteries out there. We will see. But basically, this is the outside wrapper of the box. It does have a quick blurb about the device and what it can and can't do, or basically what it can do. Has a little readout as far as just quick specs on the device itself. The box basically is just a standard white box. Comes like this with the foam cutout, and then just as is becoming standard with the industry, does come with the USB cord for, you can charge the batteries through the device itself. Me personally, I always prefer using an external charger. Comes with the instruction manual, warranty card, and then it comes with this little silicone sleeve here for 18650 batteries, so that if you choose to use those on the device, you can use them. As I stated, they do make an 18650 only size for people who don't want to use the bigger batteries or have a bunch of 18650 batteries that they would rather use. It's completely your preference as far as to which you prefer. Just because somebody says something is newer, bigger, better, badder, doesn't always mean that everybody is going to take to them. So that is basically what comes with it. And then you have the device itself, which is this little beauty right here. Now I got the black, it's most of mine, I get all black. Now the scratches that you see on here, they're not scratches. There is a film on top of this. I never take those off. I just wait till they wear off. That's just me. I'm like that with pretty much all my technology. Says the Captain PD270 on the backside. It looks blocky. I will tell you that right now. It does look blocky, but it actually is a lot more comfortable in the hand than you would think. It's not much bigger than some of the standard dual 18650 devices that are out there, but it actually is a lot more comfortable than I originally thought. If you go to the website iJoycigs.com, since this is an iJoy product and it states it right up top there, it says iJoy, it gives you all the specs for this. It's 89 millimeters in total height. It's 48 millimeters in width this way, and it's 32 millimeters thick. Now, it is, they do say that you can fit a 30 millimeter top on this without overhang, and I did want to test that because I happen to have a 30 millimeter BFT right here, which if you screw this on, and as you can see right there, there is no overhang. Actually, it still has a little bit of space right there, so you could actually go a slight bit wider, but that fits perfectly on there, which is actually pretty nice. So if you do use bigger size tanks, RDAs, RDTAs, things like that, it will hold it comfortably without having that overhang lip to it, which a lot of people don't like. It does have a really nice size firing button, which is very responsive. Sliding battery door right in here for your the 2700 batteries, and as always, it does have the positive and the plus side minus, so that you know which way they go. It does have a 510 spring connection right in there as well, which is pretty solid and it's pretty tight and it's pretty accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the batteries in, and these are the 2700s that come with the device. They're the 3000 milliamp. Now I think Mooch did do his testing on these batteries to see how accurate they were as far as that goes. I have not had a chance to fully read into that report myself, but I know there's a lot of people that follow him and that go by what he states, because everything that he has done on that, on battery testing and things like that, have pretty much been almost dead on, if not, you know, across the board perfect. So if you want to check them out, I believe he did do his testing for that batteries and the test that he does for this. Now, like I said, it does have a USB port here, which with the included cable, you can go to iJoycig.com and download upgradable firmware, and I believe there already is one for this. Me myself, for whatever reason, I have problems when it comes to downloading the upgraded firmware. I don't know if it's a program on my computer that prevents it from coming through, but I have to look into that. But you can upgrade this device through the firmware upgrade from iJoy. Now, you can purchase these pretty much anywhere that you go shopping for your vaping devices. This I bought this off of elementvape.com. I will put that link in the comment box. That's where I get a lot of my stuff from. They have really good pricing, and their customer service is second to none. They're amazing, amazing people. Quick to respond if there is any problems. If you have any questions or concerns with them and you message them, they are quick to get back to you, and their shipping is pretty much fast and on point. So that's why I like using them. So, but you know, there are a bunch out there. Everybody does use different ones. So definitely, you know, if you have your own site that you use, go for that. If your shop does carry it, just go there, support your local business. Unfortunately, there's the few shops around me, I have yet to see anybody carry this one yet, so I ordered mine from Element Vape. This does do temp control as well, and that is the LCD screen there. It is really bright, and it's really easy to read, really easy to figure out. It's not complicated. If you've used any device that has a screen to it, you pretty much know what most of the stuff is. Obviously, with nothing on there, it's going to say no atomizer. But it does do wattage and temp control. In temp control, it does do nickel, titanium, and stainless steel. And to get into the menu, you just 3-click the fire button. And you go into your screens here. You use the left or right button to pick out whichever setting that you want to do. It does have your repuff set. You can set how quickly the screen times out, or how fast that does. Some people don't like having it stay lit up for a long time after they're done using it, so you can shorten that amount of time. It also lets you do your custom design, your custom settings on this, so that you can adjust this to set to the way that you do like this. When you pick your mode on wattage, it will let you pick if you want to do normal, soft, or hard on the power hit, and that just basically is how much more of a percentage over normal setting that it will hit or be softer than, just to again make it a little more customizable for your vaping preferences, since everybody has a specific one. There isn't a whole lot involved to the device, but it definitely does do what it's supposed to do. With that, you know, you can customize these sticker wraps here. You can order a bunch of different colors, design styles on these, and you can order them directly off of iJoy or anybody that does sell them. Just, you know, look it up. I might get a different set and show a post on it just to see what it looks like. I do like the black with the carbon fiber look to it. It just looks really slick on there. But as far as vaping wise, you know, it vapes, it does its job, it handles really well. There are a couple of things I really like about it. And as of right now, that is my Aspire Cleto 120. I've not stopped using this tank since I got this, so that's why I have this one on here. But it registers pretty much accurate. This one right now, it's reading a 0.15 and the coil's a 0.16. So it's pretty much dead on there. It's showing, I'm vaping at 85 watts on normal, because that's more comfortable for me. You know, I'm not worried about the hard or soft hits on it. But one of the main things I like about this is the ramp up time is pretty much non-existent. Basically, the second you hit the button, it fires. I mean, it's pretty much just dead on. You hit, you fire. Now, some devices aren't as noticeable as others. I have noticed on some devices that when you push the button, as you start to inhale, it takes a second, and then you hear it basically heating up and the coil's starting to go. There really is no pause in there whatsoever. Literally, as soon as you hit that button, it fires, and that's pretty cool. I do like that a lot. It vapes fine. I've been using this a little over a week now. It has no misfire issues that I've noticed at all whatsoever. No problems with the screen readings, no problem with accuracy of coil readings. I've tried a few different tanks on here and an RDA, and it's read them all pretty much dead on. You know, like I said, it says 0.15 and the coils are 0.16, but I mean, that's a lot more accurate than some other devices I've had, where I've had some of them read a 0.2 and the coil itself reads, you know, 0.1 something. So it's pretty dead on to it. It's not very heavy. You know, out of the box, it has a specific weight to it or a feel. But even with both batteries and a tank on there, it doesn't add to the weight. It's not super heavier than what else is out there if you're looking at a dual battery device, even though the batteries are a bit bigger. So it's not something that's super bulky. It's not something that's going to be overly cumbersome. But I like the fact that you can feel it. When you're using it, you feel the weight. A lot of times you get a device that's light, or you don't, they say that it's really compact and you barely feel it's there. Those are the ones that tend to get dropped a lot or knocked over just because you forget that it's there. This has weight that's not going to be too in the way, but you know that you have something there. So that I like about it too. It is slick, it is sleek. Even though it is squarish with the rounded corners, it's not super boxy, but it's boxy enough. So they didn't spend, you know, thousands of dollars trying to make this look super flashy with all bells and whistles. They focused more on the durability of it and the dependability of it and the quality of how it works for what it does. Like I said, it does do the full temp control range. Well, it does nickel, titanium, stainless steel. And obviously it runs regular wattage. Again, I have not had any problems running anything on this so far. It goes all the way up to 224 watts, or 234, I apologize, 234 watts. So, I mean, it's going to cover quite a bit. I myself don't know anybody that vapes 200 watts or higher, so that's more than enough power. My biggest con with this device, and I don't know if it's just that maybe I got a bad set of batteries, but my biggest con is I have not noticed any type of extra added usability on the batteries. By that I mean all of my other devices that run 18650s, I get a full day out of, and I vape on them pretty regularly. But I get at least a full day before I have to charge the batteries. This device with these two batteries running it at 85 watts all day, I still get a full day out of them, and there might be a little bit more power showing than it does on my 18650s, but I have not noticed a super extended extra time. I do realize it's not going to be like a huge amount of extra, but I do know some other people that use this device that at their normal vaping settings under 100 watts, they've gotten, you know, an extra half a day out of it before having to charge them. I know some people who don't use it that regularly, they get almost a full 2 days off the batteries. So again, I don't know if maybe I just got a bad set of them, but it hasn't been as noticeable as I thought it was going to be. And maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I just thought there was going to be more to it than there actually is supposed to be. I do know a few other people that did actually get some bad batteries, and they just don't hold a charge for most of the day, or when they're charging them, it seems to take a lot longer to charge them than normal. And, you know, they've looked into the tech side of that, you know, whether or not their chargers were functioning properly, things like that. So that's about the only con, but it's more a personal thing. It's not, I mean, I haven't started using it and then within an hour the batteries are dead. It's not that extreme of a problem. Again, like I said, I just thought maybe I might notice a bit more of an extended life out of them than what I'm actually seeing. But, you know, regardless, still rock solid for a full day's use for me. Like I said, I like the fact that the ramp up time feels and sounds almost non-existent. It hits fine. It hits solid. I've not, like I said, no misfires, things like that. And I know I'm kind of rambling now about this, but it's a solid device. It really is. You know, for people who are getting into the dual batteries or are looking for something that's going to work well, things like that, this definitely is not a bad choice. They're not super expensive as far as compared to other devices that are out on the market. Like I said, Element Vape does have some really good pricing on their devices, so definitely give them a check. I always give them a shout out because that's the site that I use if I have to order something. But you can order this in the device just itself, or you can order it with the Captain tank along with that. I only ordered the device since I already own the tank, and I did a review on that previously, so there was no need to order a second one. It is powered by the IWEPAL chip, and the screen is 0.96 inches. So it's not hard to see at all. I mean, you don't have to like sit here and hold it really up close to see it. It's pretty legible, and it's bright enough that you definitely do get to see what you need to see. But beyond that, I mean, it definitely holds up well. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just an all around solid mod. Covers all the bases. The flavor, you know, that's more on the tank than it is the device itself. But fire button, definitely I like, whether you're righty or lefty. I fire it this way so that I can see the screen while I'm firing. Some people may be a trigger finger. To me, it's just as long as I can see the screen, it doesn't matter which way I fire it. Either way, it's comfortable. Whether you use it with your right hand, left hand, does not matter. But if you're looking for a solid device, especially those people who, you know, aren't looking to buy multiple devices, things like that, for a single device being your main device, dual battery, covering all the needs that you could possibly usually come up with when it comes to vaping, this definitely would be at the top of the list in my opinion for having that one good device to have in your collection. But regardless, either way, definitely check it out. iJoycig.com. Check out their Instagram, their Facebook. I believe they're on Twitter as well. Check out Element Vape for any of the vaping needs that you might need if your local shop doesn't carry it. But definitely check out their website as well. Big shout out to them for the sending me the device that speedily after I paid for it. But beyond that, just a great device. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience to make it more enjoyable, that's the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or a video that you'd like to see. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, morning, noon, or night, always truly remember, love yourself first. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good one.